We broke the story about the Playboy Mansion going up for sale. We broke it over the weekend. It was confirmed yesterday by the agency, which is maybe the hottest real estate company around right now. Yeah. $200 million. And there's a big issue now on whether the person who's going to buy it, or the company, will end up just tearing it down, or whether they will keep it and then maybe restore it some and add to it. And this will impact this asking price of $200 million, which is a huge amount of money. And there are a lot of twists and turns around this, but the man who engineered it, or one of the key people who engineered it, is one of the most successful realtors, not just in LA, but in the country, Mauricio Umansky, who is one of the founders of the agency. Also, by the way, the husband of Kyle Richards from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah. And Mauricio joins us right now. Congratulations, first of all, on the listing.
Thanks, Harvey. How you doing?
Good. Be the salesman you are and explain how any property can be worth $200 million.
Well, first of all, I think it's one of the most important properties in the world or in the country. I mean, what do you have? You have Graceland, you have the White House, but none of those two, both of those are on B locations. The Playboy Mansion is an A-plus location, bordering the LA Country Club. You couldn't find a better location for a property. And I think one of the things that is the misconception is that it's far from a teardown. The architecture is absolutely stunning. It's amazing. The structure is amazing. The interior is amazing. It just needs a little bit, it needs to just be brought up to date. I mean, where in Los Angeles are you going to be able to buy a 1920s architectural masterpiece and actually live in something that has history, life, panache, and with all that acreage in the middle of Holmby Hills?
Okay, so here's the thing. You are such a smart guy, and you target the prospective buyers. Is this purchased by a company that's going to use it for functions, or is it purchased, say, by a rapper who wants to have a dope Drake-type house that has that kind of history?
I mean, it could be anybody. It could be a company. It could be, there's 2,800 billionaires in the world. So most likely it's going to be one of those people or a large company that wants to use the property for, for their corporate events or for usage or something like that. Okay. But out of all of those people, the house has privacy. It's the best lot on the planet. It's the best lot in LA without question. And so anybody who wants to own the best property in Los Angeles, this is it. Just because it's the Playboy Mansion should not be held against it. It is it. Not only not to be held against it, I think it's a major positive that it's the Playboy Mansion.
Now, we did report there is one string attached to this, which is Hef gets a life estate, which means that whoever buys it is going to have to just kind of sit back and wait because he gets to live out his life in the mansion. Is that going to be a problem?
Well, I don't think so. I think that it's an honor to be able to actually buy the property from Hef. I think it's kind of cool to buy it from Hef instead of from his estate later. You can now control it, but I can tell you that all of the great properties in Los Angeles, and there's not that many of them, but a lot of them are bought in a life estate because the owner of the property, the new owner, wants to own it, wants to make sure they own it and it doesn't go up for somebody else. So I see it as a positive.
Can you, if you buy it and Hef is still there, can you start altering the property while he's there?
You start moving.
Just kind of moving stuff around and kind of getting ready to do it, or do you have to wait till he's gone to start anything that you're going to do to it?
I think all of those things are still to be determined. We're going to have that conversation, as part of the negotiation and figure a whole bunch of things out. I mean, there is, a major negotiation yet to happen.
And by the way, we should say that you have co-listed the property with your brother-in-law, Rick Hilton, right?
Yeah, it's co-listed with Hilton and Highland. The listing agents are actually Drew Fenton and Gary Gold. And so hopefully we can, make all these things great. And we've had a great start, so we're excited.
Okay, I'm going to give you one final hypothetical question. We're out of time, but here it is. Suppose you end up buying the mansion and decide that you're going to tear it down and you're going to build your dream house on that property. But there is one thing, one vestige of the Playboy Mansion and its history that you want to keep. Anything there's one thing you can kind of keep and build around. What do you, Mauricio, keep?
I mean, personally, I keep the house. I love that architecture. I think it's insane. It's incredible. I don't tear down the house. Hopefully I'll win the Powerball on Wednesday, and I will refurbish the house.
Did you guys buy tickets, you and Kyle?
We bought tickets. I'm going to go buy some for today. I'm going to buy some for the next day. Why not?
Oh
You
my
can never have too much.
Hey, can I just tell you, if you win, you guys should go into hiding.
All right.
For sure. We'll have to just give a lot of it away, Harvey.
Hey, listen, congratulations on the listing and continued success.
Thank you so much. Be good.